Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast Episode 87, the Transformer Video Podcast. I'm Josh, also known as G1Xtron. I'm joined with my guest, Jaim, also known as Victory Saber 77, and we also have our returning guest as well. But before we get into that, Jaim, you want to do our little plug party? Tell people where they can find us, all the shows and everything?
Sure. You can find me on Victory Saber 77. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube and a couple of other shows that we have. There's the Aftercast, which is on my channel at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday. We have the eBay show, which is every other Thursday. Not sure when that's going to air again. Canceled it this previous week, but we should get back on track here pretty soon. But it's on G1Xtron's channel every other Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. All right, you want to go ahead and introduce our guest?
Yeah. We are joined by Karyuudo, we can call you Kari, I believe, last time.
Yeah, Kari's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Easier to say.
And you do Fansubs, which the previous one that we kind of talked about was the RID, or Car Robots, which you did a great job on.
Thank you.
And then you just put Zone out there about like a month ago or a couple months ago, and then
a couple months ago, yeah.
And then you just did Micron Legend, correct?
Yep. Yes, that's right. That was a huge project, and first up, I want to publicly thank Decepticon Busters for all the hard work that he put in to the project, because without him, it would not have completed as quickly as it did. It was a lot of work getting 52 episodes done in the past 6 months so that we could get it out before Christmas, because that was kind of like the timeline I figured, like from the time we started to the time we finished. I figured, okay, yeah, it should take about 5-6 months. So, and yeah, sure enough, yeah, I did. But there were times where I didn't have as much time to do subbing and stuff, so he stepped up and did a lot more. I think, like, as far as the ratio between he and I, like on the amount of subbing, he probably did, I would say, maybe 2/3, and I did the other third. But then I went back and then I checked all of the translations with my wife, because she's Japanese, right? And so it helps to have a native speaker. I mean, this series was probably a lot easier to work on versus Car Robots, which had some insane culture references and jokes and whatnot that we just, like, I could never understand. And Legends of the Microns is very much straightforward, straight Japanese. There's only maybe like 1 or 2 characters that talk a little odd, where it's a little difficult to understand what they were saying. But kind of work through it, and then having my wife there to be able to verify what they're saying, and say, yeah, that's correct, or no, you're off on this translation. It actually should be this sentence, right? So,
that's
yeah.
Cool. Right on.
Cool.
And where can they find the?
You can find the actual torrent through NeoTorrent. I mean, we have our main splash page, our blog spot, and also our Facebook page, Karyuudo Fansubs, which is Karyuudo, and then Fansubs, Fansubs, and we also have a blog spot as well. Karyuudofansubs.blogspot.com, that you can find all the information about our releases, and and it links also there to the NeoTorrent, where you can download the show and enjoy.
Cool. And we also have it on the Covenant of Primus homepage too. It's on the front page there, so you guys can check it out there too if you like. But,
thank you.
Cool.
I'll make sure whenever this goes up in video form that I put like the at least the Facebook page and also the blog spot as well, or whatever other information that you sent me. I'll make sure that I put that in the description for you guys. So as soon as this goes up in video form, you can find it there. You can just click and it'll take you directly there. So, and you can go download all that stuff, and it's all absolutely free too. Right?
That's right. Yep. You don't have to pay anything.
That's like the best Christmas gift right there. That's like, well, you can go buy this, and it doesn't have the correct translation, or just the one in store, if it was available, it's not available, right?
No, like Legends of the Microns, the only version that would actually, well, it would be Armada, right? And I mean, and that's like basically the TV broadcast. And the difference between that and our version is that ours is from the Japanese, DVDs, which was, completed, where it has an opening and an ending song, and also an episode preview and whatnot. And some of the animation was corrected, especially in the later episodes. You can really see the difference with what they did. So it's definitely a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot more enjoyable watching it in Japanese, and I know some people don't like to read subtitles and stuff, but the overall story makes more sense in Japanese. And you don't have the kind of back and forth whether the kids could actually understand whether they could understand the mini cons, what they were saying and not. Where it's pretty clear in the Japanese version that they understand what the mini cons can say, and the Autobots and Decepticons have no idea. So
I had a quick question for that. Whenever you put the subtitles in there, because I know whenever I watch the ones from Shell Factory with the Headmaster, Super Guy, Master Force, Victory, and stuff like that. I'm not going to go on a limb and say, like, I can completely understand Japanese, but whenever I hear them saying it, and I try to read it as they're saying it, like kind of word for word there, where I got to where now I can kind of like pick up on words to where there's sometimes to where I don't even have to read the thing that I recognize those words, and I'm like, okay, this is basically what he said.
That's right.
I couldn't probably tell you exactly word for word, but I can say this is what he said, and it make perfect sense. Whenever you put those titles, is it kind of at the same time? Are they synchronized?
Yeah. So what we try to do is, like, you hear the sentence, right, and then try to, I guess, jig the sentence, like, according to what they're saying in Japanese. Like like when you do the timing, I use a program called Agasub, I think that's how you pronounce it. And basically, as they start to say it, we start the sentence and then end the sentence right there. And then we want to make sure that we include all the same words in Japanese as much as possible, that translates over properly in English. Because I don't like leaving words out. I find that drives me crazy when I watch a translation that's just summarized, and it's like, no, I want to know the full meaning of the sentence. I mean, sometimes it's hard to do that. Like if you took a look on our blog page, I just recently, just last night, released the second Rurouni Kenshin movie that came out. There was actually international subs that came out with that when it was being played in Roppongi Hills for foreigners and also for the film festivals. And so that got leaked online. I grabbed that, and I'd already seen it at one of the festivals, and I noticed that the subtitles were just summarized, right? But I know enough Japanese that I could go through those subtitles and correct, like, everything in there. And then I brought it back to my wife, and she's like, yeah, that's exactly, like, what you've done is corrected that, because it's just a summary, and I hate summaries. It's like, you gotta get the full message, like, maybe just to the average moviegoer, like, or if they're watching something, maybe they're okay with that, like, they don't care. But for fans, like, I feel that fans expect a little bit more out of, when they watch something, they want to know exactly what the heck is going on with full details. So that's what we really strive for when we do our translations.
That's cool.
I kind of use that to, not that I'm really trying to learn hardcore know Japanese and understand it, but if I could pick up some stuff, that'd be nice. And the more I can pick up, I'm all about furthering my education. I like same thing. Like I can understand quite a bit in Spanish, but am I going to be able to speak it fluently? No. But I can get the gist of what they're saying. So I kind of like to do the same thing there, and that's kind of how some of these language, like Rosetta Stone, that's kind of how they work, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they try to teach you, like, this word is this in Japanese, right? Or this word is this in English, right? Yeah, but learning Japanese is quite difficult. I mean, I speak it casually at home with my wife and my kids, right? I mean, both my kids are learning it, so sometimes when I couldn't hear the sentence properly, I would pull my oldest son in, and he's pretty good now, being 9 years old, and he's like, yeah, this is what they said. I'm like, man, you're good, man. Like I couldn't hear that sentence. But it's just because he's young, right? He's sucking it up more faster than his old man. So.
They're going to take over the family business early. So.
That's right.
All right, man. Anything else you want to share with us? I mean, I know you kind of said beforehand you really don't like to talk about the future because you don't want to really disappoint anyone in case it doesn't come true.
Yeah, like everyone is on all the forums. They're all saying, hey, do Beast Wars the second and Neo next, right? And yeah, I hear you guys. Yeah, I know everyone wants to get that series complete. I mean, we want to get it done too. The one thing with Beast Wars second and Neo is that it's just like Car Robots. There's a lot of like culture jokes and whatnot in there, which will make it a little bit more difficult. So I need to make sure that before I make some kind of commitment to the project, I have a commitment from other folks who are like native speakers, because for me to translate that, I would not be able to do a really good job because it's one of those series that it's just very, very, very difficult to do. So I don't know. I'd like to start something next year, if possible, but again, it would require a commitment on quite a number of people's parts. And the more people that help out, the better. Especially like when it comes to even if it's somebody just scripting, that makes life a lot easier, even for me, because I can at least do part of the work. But I do still need someone to verify that what I've translated out is correct. Because sometimes there's like nuances, right? They might say something, but it means the opposite, or it's in a little bit of a different reference. So, yeah, that's the fun things that I got to deal with when it comes to translating.
Jaim, you have any other questions? I mean, we obviously have several topics here that we're going to all three get into discussion with, but...
No.
All right. Good. We will go ahead and move on. Getting into the news, we're going to start with with movies and gaming, some other news. We'll get into the Transformers news as far as doing some screen sharing, showing you some of the new stuff that is coming out, some prototypes, or maybe some final images, what you're going to be getting if you decide to buy that product. And then also get into our topics, we have some G1 questions, M.A.S.K and Visionaries, top 5 toys purchased in 2014, and also predictions for Masterpiece characters in 2015. So, going to be fun. Again, it's predictions for Masterpiece characters in 2015. I don't want to get one wrong, and then everyone like a year from now come back to this video and be like, "You guys said." So it's predictions, even though most of them will probably come true. All right, so first off with movies. In theaters this week, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, and then you also had Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Either one of you guys, y'all planned on seeing either one of those, or?
I actually haven't even watched the last 2 Hobbit movies, and I really want to, but it's one of those things where I think I'm just going to wait for the last one to come out on Blu-ray, and then I'll watch them all in a row, right? Because it was painful waiting like a year for each movie of Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, man, I don't want to wait. But I figure I'll just wait until they all come out, and I'll watch the extended editions of them. And I don't know if I can do it on a straight row. I mean, what's that, like 10, 11 hours of movie watching?
I mean, one, it's expensive to go to the movies. Like, the prices are so expensive at movies, and with if you do all the like concessions and stuff like that, it's like, do I want to go to the movies or do I want to buy this Masterpiece figure? I mean, because that's almost what it comes down to. Especially if you're wanting to take like a family.
Yeah, we don't go to the theater that often. I mean, most of the time it's just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray, and that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe for like the odd movie that really immerses you, like I don't know, like Interstellar or I don't know, Gravity or something like that, right? Where going to see it in a like an IMAX theater,
Right.
That it's I think it's worth paying the extra money for that, but just for a general action movie or whatever, it could probably wait. I don't know. Everyone has a different take on it, right? Like what they think is worth going to see or not.
Jim, what about you?
I'll probably go see The Hobbit, just because I'm a fan, and I've watched all the other ones. So, as far as Night at the Museum, no, probably not.
That's one I'll definitely wait to download on my movie website. Watch it there. As far as gaming, there's no really notable releases or like big titles. I know that there are some games that are going to be released. They're probably like Jerk notable, but no big names out there. But there are a couple things that I wanted to mention as far as gaming goes. Transformers RID 2.0. They're going to have a mobile game for ISOS. Is that how you say it? ISOS? It's basically iPhone or whatever, and Android. And I went and watched the video on it. It's basically a beat 'em up, and it's like to do different functions. Like it's tap twice to back roll, or if you want to charge someone, you have to tap twice and then hold the second one, and then release. Angle it which way you want and release. I'm like, man, that's too much stuff to remember. I was like, but that's basically what it's like. There's a YouTube video of it up, so if you want to go check that out, or you can just download the game if you want, give it a try. The sad news, I guess, is Transformers Universe, that game that they've been working on for years.
That is horrible. When I heard that news, oh my god.
It will be canceled completely on. Already, I think that you can't make an account past the 31st of this month, or maybe even now. I know you can't purchase anything already, but it will be completely canceled by January 31st of 2015, so about a month from now. Now, if you're one of those people that are like, man, I bought some in-game items, or I bought this whatever, I don't know what they call them, but these extra packs or weapons, or upgraded my character, and I spent money in the game, that money will be actually refunded to you. So I think that that's good on them to actually refund you. There's some companies out there that would just be like, oh,
yeah, that's the problem, right? With like when you buy digitally, like digital items and stuff like that. If the game goes down, or the company goes belly up, you can never play that again. It's basically lost. It's like you threw your money away, right? That's my only issue with like things like DLC and like in-game purchase stuff like that. I just find that you're kind of throwing you're kind of throwing your money away. Two, you don't know like whether you're going to be able to keep those items forever, right? Like whereas if you purchase a game and you like physical disc and it has everything on there and you play it and you unlock stuff, it's like, okay, well, I've got this onto my save game or whatever, right? And I haven't paid anything more other than what the game was, right? So
I mean, I never played the game, is the thing. Like I signed up, I pre-registered and everything. I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready. I have never even signed on to it to even attempt to play it. I watched a video on it first to just kind of see what it was about before I could have just got on myself and tried it. But I'm not really a computer gamer either. So things are a little bit easier in a controller. That's what I've been used to for my whole life of playing video games. And I know that there's a lot of like especially punk, computers where it's at. I just can't do the whole keyboard and mouse. It just doesn't feel right.
You can get like an Xbox wireless controller for the computer as well, right?
Yeah, you can hook up your regular cord Xbox or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, so a little bit of sad news there. I guess I should have played it.
Yeah, I played it for a bit, but honestly, you're not missing that much.
It just seems like, wow, to work on it that long and
like that's the thing, right? Like these guys, it was like in development hell for like so long, right? And then finally, when they came out, it was like, yeah, this isn't that great, you know. But I mean, what can you expect from a web browser game, right? So.
All right. In other news, Transformers G1 and G.I. Joe: Real American Hero will no longer be on Netflix after January 1st of 2015. Which, I mean, most people, especially, since, this Transformer podcast, most people probably have the G1s on DVD already. So maybe not that big of a deal, but, if you don't, just go watch them back to back. 'Cause they'll be gone in like 10 days. The next thing, Botcon, as announced, they will reveal their 2015 theme. Their 2015 theme, the week of New Year's. And they gave this hint out. They said it'll be a brand new theme, and it won't be set up in a universe we've used before.
Cool.
So there's some people, thinking, with them like doing these teasers like that, that's the thing is it gets people talking about it, and it got me talking about it. I tweeted about it. I said, if they're not G1 repaints, then I'm just not interested. Plain and simple. But some have speculated that it's going to be like the like microns and stuff like that, to where you can have Scoop, and then I guess they would do another like Cyclonus or something like that. Like Target Masters and different. So maybe something like that. And then Dakota even said, "Better not be GoBots." I'm like, well, that's a new theme that hasn't been done before, and it's a completely different universe. I was like, wow, that'd be some Botcon, man.
Yeah.
These GoBot fans finally getting their love. Botcon, they're not able to exist anymore because only 11 people show up to the con. So. Next thing is Hasbro applies for M.A.S.K trademark. This includes video games, toys, TV, and movie rights. Now, whenever you apply for the trademark, they could have just applied for toys. They could have just applied for, movie and TV or whatever. But they applied for it all. And the file date was December 11, 2014. Application will be assigned to examining attorney 3 months after file date, and so we'll kind of get a little bit more information then. And if you remember, a few months back, they also, applied for trademark licensing for Visionaries as well. So, 2016 might be pretty awesome if you're a fan of that stuff. So, we'll get more into that in the topics. But anything before we get into sharing these Transformer pictures and stuff like that, Jaim? Comments?
We got some comments. We have Action Jackman joining us. Just popped in to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. So, same to
thanks,
you.
Man. You too.
Dustmite says the same thing. What's up, fellas? And indeed, have a safe and Merry Christmas.
Pray for Wookie. Hashtag it, guys. Pray for Wookie. He knows what I'm talking about. His cat's sick.
Aww.
Yeah, we're cat people, so.
And BBZXA3 says, I have the Japanese Micron Legend series. The animation was superior to Armada because Cartoon Network rushed it.
Yep.
And we have Ollie Wilkin joining us, minifigure collector also joining us. And Dustmite says, damn, Hasbro bullying Netflix, bunch of bums. And no, please not Hasbro, run, Matt Tracker, run. And then Impossible Pie says, who had M.A.S.K before? Kenner? And yes, and then Kenner was then, integrated into Hasbro. So.
Yeah, but I don't think, because after they don't use it for a while, then they lose it. That's why a lot of times in Transformers, characters that you don't really think that should actually be that toy, they use that name. Just so that they can save it, and because it was about to run out. So that's kind of the way that thing works. Otherwise, you have to re-apply for the whole thing all over again.
It's the same thing. I mean, we saw Matt Tracker in the actual G.I. Joe 20th anniversary as a figure. So it mentioned of Miles Mayhem and his BioGuard mask and all that. Just kind of cool. But
All right, so the first thing that we'll get into, this is the only thing before we get into the toys here. ShreddersApparel.com. This is a licensed Transformer Optimus Prime Christmas sweater, and you know what? The whole, ugly Christmas sweater parties and stuff. I actually would wear this. Like, I think it's a cool looking sweater. Got your G1 Optimus Prime there, obviously. Pretty nice.
Yeah. Like the Autobot symbols on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice little touch there.
Yeah. It's pretty ugly, too.
Yep.
I mean, I'd rock it, though.
That's right.
Perfect Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to show this, and whenever this actually was first announced, I don't even think, I forgot to put it on the Cybercast, and then every single week I've been meaning to bring it up, but I kept on forgetting. But now I got these new pictures, and then we'll just look at these. Maybe I did show it off, who knows. But they're going to be doing a Year of the Goat Platinum Edition Optimus Prime. That's going to be from the G2 mold. Here's a look at the packaging. And it's gold with clear and chrome.
Based off of the eHobby G2 Laser Optimus Prime, yeah.
I want to get this mold especially because I just saw your not too long ago your review on it, Jaim, and I was like, man, this is a really cool figure. But I don't know about those colors, man. I'm not really into the clear thing.
Yeah. I would get the original G2 Optimus Prime, or even the Car Robot Scourge or Nemesis. I'd rather do that.
Black Convoy or whatever it is. Yeah, Black Convoy, yeah.
And as you can see here, because in case we didn't mention it before, they're also going to be doing a masterpiece, Year of the Goat, where he's clear and gold as well. So.
Seems weird that they did that with Soundwave for a masterpiece figure, but
yeah.
Comes with all the cassettes. That's cool.
I mean, if you're a cassette collector, then you're obviously going to get it just so you can be like, hey, more repaints and masterpiece cassettes. So.
Yeah.
The same guy that took this picture and originally let us know about these things also took these pictures, and here you have your Platinum Edition G1 Insecticons. Now, one, we kind of discussed this before the show started, and I was like, Hasbro is it's kind of like they're mocking us G1 fans. They're like, we hear you G1 fans, you want us to reissue some G1 stuff. Here's something that we've already reissued like a few times already, and not even really that long ago.
Yeah, it's sad.
And it's something that everyone already has. If you're a G1 collector, majority of you guys already have these. And the guy, he also said that whenever he tried to, I don't know how far off he is on this. I hope he's really far off. But he said whenever he converted it in whatever Australian money is called, sorry, I don't know what it is, but he converted it into US dollars, that it came up to about $100 for this. So I was like, you can buy the original G1s for, pick up all three of them for, I don't know, maybe $20.
Jeez.
Yeah, wow.
They also had this on there where it shows the cone heads.
Yeah, that one's cool. I'd pick that one up if I didn't have them. Because we only got Dirge in the United States. The rest of those were e-hobbies.
See, yeah, I've got all the cone heads, but I think I'm missing Ramjet's missiles. That's it. Look at these guys. They're going to be coming with the Energon cubes, just like what was it, the e-hobby one that came with the little Energon cubes that they can fit in there. So
it's a pretty big box for 3 little G1 toys too.
Yeah, it's
look at
excessive.
Yeah.
But it's the Platinum Edition.
Yeah, whatever.
Just go buy the Toys R Us version that was released a couple years back.
That's right.
Yeah, the thing is you can go buy, the Takara collection one, or you can go buy the reissue one. Was that a Toys R Us exclusive, I think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can go buy those for, if this truly is $100. Now, don't quote me on that, but this is what he said. If it is that or anything close to that, you can go buy those other ones for cheaper, and you can actually get the original G1s for cheaper. And plus, with shrapnel or scrapnel, whatever they're calling them. I just picked up Bombshell today, and man, he is pretty awesome. You're going to get kickback as well. I mean, you can pick up, these that have the articulation and everything for $30.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and this is going to be a Toys R Us exclusive too, probably, most likely being planned.
Or and shared exclusive with probably like Big Bad Toy Store or something like that. So I'm thankful as a G1 fan, but most of us already have these anyway, and that's kind of pointless. The cone heads are cool though. I think probably less people have those. So. Next thing is we're getting into Takara. Here is your Jetfire, and this is going to have the red. It's not going to have the chrome, so just going to have the red there. If you didn't like the red chrome and you didn't really want to bother with stripping it or risk running your figure if you're not very good at stuff like that, this is the route that you can go.
It does look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Nice picture.
Somebody's like copying my style of pictures because these are the type of photos that I take. Did you see my masterpiece nativity set?
Yes.
Dude, it took me an hour to set that thing up. Yeah, it took me an hour to set that thing up. I had to find something that looked like a barn. I had to gather all those masterpiece figures and like take them to my mom's house. To find something. So, and not too bad though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's extremely expensive, or there's not a huge difference between the pricing for Hasbro and Takara. Mm-hmm. It's not as big as like you would see with like some of their Voyagers and stuff like that. Price gap's quite a bit more on those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, getting to officially licensed stuff. Kids Logic. These are going to be the Kids Nations. This is going to be their little bitty guys. So you're going to get the articulation in the shoulders and the head, and I forget if they move it at the hip. I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. It would have been nice though, because they already came out with a fight pack, and you got like Optimus Prime, Megatron, Grimlock, Bumblebee, and Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys like these little bitty ones that don't have as much articulation? I mean, they're obviously a little bit cheaper than the big ones.
They're cute.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, cute in an ugly sort of way.
Oh yeah, the other one was Soundwave with them. So,
yeah, cute in a little creepy way that like they're always looking at you when you're going into a room. Pop out of nowhere, they're hide behind things and stuff.
I like the kickback. See, I would like a 3-pack of just the Insecticons. I might pick that up. If they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Some more that they're going to be doing. So you see Megatron, Ironhide, Jazz, Smokescreen, and Wheeljack.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe these are the little small ones too. I always got to look at their little elbow joint. Yeah, I think these are the little small ones too. And then getting into the larger ones, the ones that are actually 6 inches, like diecast, like the electronics as well, and quite a few accessories. You got your Bumblebee, and obviously a lot more articulation. There, as you can see, there's quite a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
And Starscream, we already knew about him. We already knew about Bumblebee too. A gold Megatron.
I don't know what's up with that. Why they want to do a gold edition of Megatron.
Yeah. You go with all the people who bought the Masterpiece gold one, I guess.
How many people would have actually bought that thing?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. This one here. And then I got a surprise for you for one of them. Bam!
Yeah, Devastator.
Yeah. So that one will be pretty cool. I'm sure that this one will sell quite easily. And they're also going to do an Age of Extinction Grimlock as well.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a Bayformer. But
This is by 3A. I believe. You know what? Let's see. Let's go ahead and double check the price on there. It's about $400.
oh my goodness. Jeez. Does it transform? Obviously not, right?
Nope.
Not for $400. Are you kidding me?
That's like that Scorponok and Black Zarek figure. That's like what, like 600 bucks or whatever. That thing's just like gigantic.
Now, we'll say if you're a fan of the Bay films or the Bayformers, then this is a really nice looking figure. I mean,
well, yeah, it for sure is, right? I mean, it does look nice, but it's like, damn, $400 is a lot of money.
Well, it's, light up features here, and then you're also going to have the battle mask flipping over and everything like that. I mean, you got all this, scuffed up battle damage.
Yeah.
It's a really cool figure. I can see a lot of fans, liking this.
Another Bumblebee figure to add to the pile. But yeah, it's well designed.
All right, and getting into the Masterpiece figure, this thing I believe is going to start hitting your retail stores, your online e-tailers. I think like the 22nd or 23rd. It should be next week, so sometime next week. It might be kind of weird because of maybe weather or Christmas holiday and stuff like that. But it's supposed to be the scheduled release date was like the 22nd. So. And you can see that this is one of the questions that I had because I wasn't really sure on this. The cap can actually detach. I think that's cool.
I'm just not like sold on the whole front bumper thing being red.
That's someone else brought that up, and I was like, I didn't even really pay attention to that until they had said something. I'm like, thanks for running the figure for me, because I really never even noticed it. You see that you're gonna get your Spike and Daniel there, a couple of faces, a couple of different hands.
It's nice though to see that they didn't just simply take the prime figure and just paint it and then just put all these like attachments on, right? They actually went and it's actually the cab transforms completely different as part of the figure.
And what's the deal with Takara not liking to put eyeballs on any of these little humans? Like even the exosuit Spike that came with Bumblebee, he doesn't have any eyes.
Yeah.
All right, do the transformation. All is at work, and so you can see that those fit down in there.
Yeah. That's a nice touch.
And you can see that it's going to be just about it's almost just as tall as Superion combined there. And he's about the size. He's just that Superion is just a little bit shorter than Make Toys Green Giant, and about and just a little bit shorter than Fans Project's M3 or whatever Minosaur. All right, so here we go. I was at work and I was doing this. I was flipping through these quick, and I was just. And then my coworker was like, "What are you doing over there?" I was like, "Don't mind me. Mind your business." I mean, I'm going to use this for directions whenever I transform it. Explains it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the red bumper on the front there. I tried to look at it in several different places. Is there a reason why it's red? Or why it couldn't be chrome? Like, where does that... I forgot. I couldn't see where it showed up in his robot mode, to where it was like, this has to be red. Otherwise, it's going to really clash in his robot mode. Jaim, you know?
No, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's for a Toys R Us exclusive. They'll change that color.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what? Some third-party company will just make us a chrome bumper for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll be good. All right, getting into the third-party news, Play With This too. They're doing a Facebook contest. You can enter to win a $30 credit by Big Bad Toy Store from December 16th to the 23rd. Share, recommend Play With This too to at least 5 friends. Comment on this post telling us you did so. It's that simple, and then you will have... they'll draw a winner on December 23rd, and you'll have 3 days to grab the prize. So all you got to do. You want
3 days to grab your prize.
Yeah.
On the 23rd. It's right at Christmas time. Stop what you're doing. Get what you want.
Yeah, better not be away on holiday, and you need to stay right by your computer. So maybe they'll be a little more lenient than that. Who knows? This is some good news, and I love it whenever third-party companies do this. So this is from Maki Toys, or Make Toys here. Apparently, people were having problems with these little sections right here being able to tab in correctly for Sonic Drill, or Nose Cone, whichever you want to call him. That's just Quantron up there. So what they're going to be doing is they made sure on every single one to make that they're lined up the way that they were supposed to, and they should all fit firmly and securely. And the way that you can get this, it's absolutely free. If you purchase this, just contact your local e-tailer or the one that you actually purchased it from, and they will get those out to you. Now, obviously, you'd have to work it out with them, whether they're going to charge you for shipping or anything like that, but Make Toys, they're not going to pay for that, but you will get your figure fixed, so that's good on them. Next is, oh god, what was this, DMY or something? DYM? I forgot. I'm sorry. Anyways, you have one that has the mask, or this one is without the decals. This one is the one with the decals, so you can kind of see the difference here. Do you remember what this was called? Or
No, I don't. I have no idea.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And you take the mask off. You get those big lips. God, he's so ugly like that. I mean, the faceplate looks so much better.
Yeah, it does. It just fits the whole night theme look and everything. Plus, we're used to seeing our Optimus with a mouth plate.
So, all right, and Mastermind Creations Continuum Hexatron. There's a look at the box, and this is the one that's going to be a little bit, quite a bit different actually from the original that came out. You're going to have the different little flaps here, and you can see that they're a different shape. They're also painted here. The panel lining, to where on the original it was pink, this is now yellow. There's red on top of this section here, if you see where my mouse is pointing, where on the original it did not have that. This one also comes with the chrome guns, and he's got a different head. The chrome here on the wheels is also something. You get a really nice look at those inner flaps. And
that's cool.
The treads down here are a little bit different shade of that silver. And also, whenever you look at his wings, they're also a little bit lighter as well. So they actually did a little bit more than what we thought, because originally we just thought they just added that and changed the head.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mhm.
Especially if you missed out on, the first run. You can finally get one and have it, more G1 looking.
Yeah, and this would be the one that I would prefer.
Mhm. Sorry,
Jaim?
guys. Oh, sorry to interrupt, guys. Sorry, I have to actually drop off. So,
All right, man.
yeah.
Oh,
So
no
thanks very much for having me again. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we can do this again. And just for all the fans out there, just keep an eye on our blog spot there or on our Facebook page for any of our releases. We hope to make everybody happy in 2015 with a few more releases. So no promises, but we'll do what we can for you guys.
Cool.
All right, take care, man.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Thanks very much for having me again, guys.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Later.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Here you have the one on the right, which is going to be part of the new one. Which head do you like more? I still like this one, but this is definitely a little more G1.
Yeah. Yeah, I can take either one. They both look fine to me.
Would have been nice if they would have thrown both of them in there. So you can kind of see the difference here. You see the pink up here, to where the pink was, or red or pink, whatever, up here. It wasn't there. And then this is pink here on the inside, and this is yellow on the inside. The little flaps, and then you also see how this is lighter than this one here, and also the chrome for the wheels instead of the gray there. And you can see a little bit better there, the treads, and then also the section. And just to give you guys you already looked at those pictures, but to see them in all those different modes. Now, Jaim, I know you're probably going to wait for, what was it, your boy, Clone Droid?
Oh, yeah. Because I want that die cast,
When's it supposed to come out? Like 2018?
I think right around when they announced the Masterpiece 6-shot. So whenever Takara is getting in on that. I think they're waiting for the 40th anniversary of Transformers.
All right, this one is it
FD Toys.
FD Toys?
Yeah. Titanium Saint.
Okay. All right, yeah, this is actually just got in stock, I believe, today at your local e-tailers, either today or yesterday. So this is gonna, if you pre-order this or you want to get that, then it's gonna be shipping out soon. Then. So these are the final images of him.
Would have been cooler if they would have did the comparison with the actual Alpha Trion, not the Vector Sigma.
Oh,
Not
with
Vector Sigma, but
that guy. Well, this guy is actually the same height as the kind of the little Super Robot Goken style one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one.
It's the same size.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I saw a comparison with it. I don't know if it's in this set of photos, but it was off to the side. So
I just wish that he would have done more of a comparison with Vector instead of Vector Prime with the actual Botcon version of Alphatron. Same mold, but oh, here we go.
yeah. So
Clones.
I meant to pull these up last week, but for some reason they didn't show up on my page. So added it again, and this is from X2 Toys, Gemini set, and you're going to be getting this little panther thing here. I mean, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the Voltron lines, but it turns into a gun. It's just kind of strange. It's like a little add-in, I guess, but
Yeah. People need to realize you just can't take any type of robot or type of figure and just turn into a gun. I mean, it's just, come on.
I'm looking at you, Hasbro, with some of your Combiner Wars ideas.
Come on.
It's like Bombshell. The only complaint I have is he has these like two posts sticking out of his knees like they're cannons, just so he can have some like gun mode. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not have that because I'm never gonna put him in this gun mode. He looks excellent in his alt and his robot mode. I don't want to run it and put him in some weird looking insect gun mode.
Yeah.
But anyways, with these guys, remember one of the main things, or the main complaint that we had with this was, seeing that inside joint. Well, it looks like they kind of did something to rectify that. So
Yeah.
good on them. So that looks so much better.
It does.
See, this one doesn't look too bad. Fast lane here, because it's just a little 3-wheel dragster. I thought it looked cool. I mean, I don't know how you can. Yeah, the G1 looked kind of stupid. This one, it's got a little bit too much going on here, and I understand it because it's a clone.
Yeah.
I
Front
just
end.
would have liked it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's too busy. It's got too much kibble everywhere around it.
Because I mean, they are limited what they can do. Because the thing is to make them in robot mode look like twins or clones or whatever.
Yeah.
So overall, they didn't do too bad of a job. How much is this set going for anyway? Let's 110.
Right. Too much for me.
Yeah, it's a little.
Maybe cut that price in half.
Well, I mean, these have a little bit. It looks like these have a little bit more going on than the was it Apex and Gemini by M.A.K Ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So these have a little bit more. I don't know if that's die cast in there, if it's just chrome plastic. But what were those? The M.A.K Idea ones? What were they? Like $50 or something like that, or $55?
They're like $60 or
$60,
something like that.
So since this has got a little bit more to it, you think a good price might have been like 75?
Yeah.
80? Max.
Yeah, because those other ones, the Demolition Crew from M.A.K Ideas, they're really, really nice. And they're wreckers and all that, so they have that going for it. But these guys, yeah, I would have priced them a little bit cheaper. I don't care about the Voltron looking line either.
Me neither. I mean, that's not a knock on XE Toys. I mean, that's obviously the e-tailers that decided they, wanted to put them at a certain, price and stuff like that. So, moving on, Warbatron. This is, what was it, Ejector? I believe is what his name was. So, there's been box images of this thing show up, and he's ready to go. So if you have pre-ordered him or you are planning to pick him up, you'll be getting him shortly. This guy growing on you anymore? I know that we were both kind of fans of the M.A.K toys a little bit more.
No.
No?
No. I mean, it's nice if that's the style you like and such, but for me, for my taste, no, it's not what I'm wanting.
I do like the bike mode, though.
Yeah, the alt mode does look really nice.
And all those guns and stuff, it reminds me of G1, and that's what it's meant to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, with KFC's Transistor, you're going to be getting, I believe this is Hi-Fi.
Yeah.
Man, it is hard to keep up with all these names of all these little things here. But he's going to have two different heads, so that we can get a little bit closer look at him and take a look at his two different heads. So you see that one there. And there you have that one there. So you could go with, like anime accurate, or you can go toy accurate.
That's cool. At least you get the option. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, even for the little guy. So, oh, and those guns are, dude, that's pretty much exactly like the G1. So very nice. And from Custom Robots, you can see Hound here. Does it say what they're calling him? No. Anyway, everyone's gonna call him Hound. So
Yeah.
finally got him all painted up. I think now that they got him and Trax finished, I think Six Shot and Great Shot are next.
That's cool.
And getting a little bit better look at the detail. I mean, just look at all that, and we've seen these figures in hand, and they're just as impressive in hand as you see them here in the pictures. Like this is exactly how they look. It's like someone just customized it for you. So really great paint jobs on them. I didn't really mess with them and like test out their joints. Because I wasn't buying one, so I didn't mess with it that much. But I took pictures, and they're small though. They're they're about the size of little SRC figures. So.
I just like the molded in detail that's in the plastic, which is really cool, and it's painted and such, not stickered up and all that. So.
With the tail lights painted, you can see the gold trim going around here. So.
My only concern is the joints. If they're kind of like the Rebel Tech, they can be kind of fragile.
I haven't heard of anyone like having like serious problems with them. Not like Batman the Animated Series figures problem. God, dude, I just ordered my third Catwoman.
Wow.
The second one broke too. I don't know if I told you that. Like both of them haven't last like 5 minutes before they get broken.
I think you're not supposed to have Catwoman.
I'm debating on whether I'm going to keep this third one in the plastic and just hang it up on the wall. I really want to take it out though. Play with this too. This is not final, obviously. There's a lot. They said there's going to be a lot more texture. There's going to be body armor added to it. This is going to be from their 6-inch figure line. So you can see like this is basically to show you all the interchangeable parts. So I mean, quite a bit, and all this stuff is going to be, you can take it off one figure, and you put it on another, and you just kind of make your custom. It kind of like a Hero Master, but this is obviously for adult collectors.
Yeah.
And this is Desolator's head. That's what it says there. So. And that's what he looks like, put together and naked and without his body armor. So.
I like that if they had to put not final. That's like, oh, not getting a naked figure. Oh well, missing armor, additional texture details.
Man, you gotta put stuff like that now, because I don't want to. Someone they put on a video, like on a review that I did, and then they said their comment was, "You should do a review on this." I'm like, that's what you just commented on. So.
Yep.
Anyways. This is from Arc Studios. You can see they're little bitty guys here, the VIPs. But we've looked at these pictures before, but we really haven't seen any activity from Arc Studios in a while, and I guess these have kind of resurfaced. So I guess they're gonna like push these forward a little bit soon. We're gonna start seeing this trailer for these little Legends figures. And you can see some of the different weapons. You can see that the back is different as well for Motormaster. I still get a kick out of Motormaster's head. That Matrix, that's part of it too, right? Because I have the Nemesis Prime and he doesn't have a Matrix.
Yeah, that's part of the add-on kit.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
And then the rest of all this going down there too, or at least the legs. That's pretty cool to have like your Metroplex and stuff like that. We're seeing more and more of these companies that are coming out with stuff to go with your Generations Metroplex. It kind of I actually went into today and I asked someone. I was like, "You ain't got any of those like $50 Metroplexes around from like last year, do you?" The guy was like, "What?" So yeah, sucks I missed out on that.
It is nice that you're
here it is.
wow, there's that head. Holy cow, man! Wow.
Some may
But
argue that looks better than the new Generations Voyager Motormaster.
yeah, maybe a toss-up.
Maybe it's also.
But it is nice that the Legends series, the figures here are getting some love. I mean, so you don't have to always, go with deluxe or this. You can actually get those accessory kits and stuff for the little guys. So I do like that.
This is also Play With This too. Man, I should have put that over there with their stuff. But you can see some of the weapons that they're going to be using. They're going to be. Oh, they didn't put it here. What's the millimeter port?
5.
5? Okay. You can obviously see you can use it with Skeletor here. You can see some other things here in a bit. And you can also, you see the pegs on here. If you have those BMOG figures, little weapons that come together, you can actually plug a bunch of those on there as well. Like you see there, so
Yep.
which that looks a little crazy. But I guess it's like showing you so you get the point. That's a little overkill, man. Must be some really good joints on that Skeletor too. That thing seems like it'd be heavy.
Yeah.
I like that weapon.
Yeah, that weapon's pretty nice.
It's gonna go with was it Desolator or not Desolator?
Bloodbath.
Yeah, Bloodbath. All right, and this is from, I guess it's a new third-party company. I've never heard of them before, and it's the only thing that I've seen from them. But Iacon City Garage, they're going to be making a space bridge. And what it looks like is it's all like little sections here, so you can see the this part right here closing up. So, but it'll be looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 pieces total. That's a little out of scale, but that kind of works a little bit better.
Yeah. See, I would rather had it kind of like that with the ramp and the car goes into it. We saw in the episodes.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And you can see that's basically what it is right there. There it is, closed up. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Maybe they could upscale this thing and add a little more detail and some other stuff to it and make a Terradrome. I would totally love to see that instead of a space bridge.
That would be pretty sweet. So they just keep on putting other figures in there, but you basically get the point. All right, Reprolabels, they're going to be making some for your third-party figures. So here's for was it Brawny by Bad Cube. And Red Alert, or Alert, your masterpiece. I don't know if that's a little too much for that guy. Like I put the stickers on my G2 because that's what what he looked like. As far as the whenever I have the original. Well, I don't know if I like all this stuff on him though.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't really put a whole lot of stickers on your Reprolabels on your masterpiece either, though.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Just leave them the way they are, unless they came with stickers.
It's a shot of Brainstorm. Wish we could see that, but.
Yeah, no kidding.
And there was it Backland? Supposed to be your Outback Bad Cube as well. Oh, and these little guys. Oh, just seeing this kangaroo and him being Outback. I saw this this news report, and it was like obviously Australia, and like someone tried to rob like some type of service station with a boomerang. That could only happen in Australia. Maybe it was Omni. That's why it could.
He's running from the law right now.
He's got his backpack full of boomerangs and he's on his kangaroo. All right, man. You want to catch us up on anything before we get into topics?
Yeah. Let's see here. Minifigure says his birthday is actually Christmas Day.
Oh, cool. Man. Well, happy birthday and Merry Christmas to you, man.
Yeah. Possible Pie says the transformation of the Bayformers is terrible. I totally agree with Dust Mites, but not going to repeat that here. BVZX-A3, at least MP Ultra Magnus is scaled right. Impossible Pie also says, what is up with that red bumper? And hopefully we do get that Toys R Us exclusive and they change that to silver. And let's see.
Red, yeah. It just sticks out.
And NS. Oh yeah, definitely. It just doesn't look right, especially for his alt mode being truck. You don't see a red bumper. But NSA Steve says they need to recolor that X2 Toys Ravage into Catgut. And Minifigure Collector says, does Age of Extinction Hotshot look like Trax, not Hotshot? So yeah, that's where they're pretty much going in. Just wait for Reprolabels to actually do a sticker set for that. You can actually change them into Trax probably.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, okay, yeah. They'll do a Reprolabel set for that, and then they also plan on coming out with the Trax, which they're just going to tamper graph the flames on, and it's going to be the exact same figure and call them Trax. So if you want to wait, then you will get that.
Way to go, Hasbro.
That's a little lame, like Best Mites, he always like gives Hasbro crap. Yeah, that's something that you could actually get onto him about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same figure, not changing anything. We're just gonna tamper graph the flames on them, but they're doing that afterwards because that's the figure that everybody wants. They're like, well, I'm gonna customize myself and make this Trax for the people that don't know you're gonna get one, and then later they're like, well, here it is. This is the exact same thing, and we tamper graph it on there.
Hopefully they change the head sculpt, but I doubt it.
Do something.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll jump into the first thing. We looked at the Insecticons and also, coming out with the cone heads for the reissues or platinum editions for the G1s. So what G1 characters, if any, do you think Hasbro might release next for their platinum edition series? Now, there's like what we want them to release, like yes, release platinum edition, whatever, Black Zarak, Overlord, and we're just like naming all these things, but they're probably not going to do that. We know they're not going to do that. Yeah. So which ones are actually probable? Well, I'll let you kind of go first on that. I had a couple of ideas.
Well, what's probable is whatever they've released already. Essentially,
that's exactly what I was
whatever you go back to 2000 and look at everything that Takara, through eHobby and Hasbro did. That's probably what they're going to release. But I really do wish that they would actually release a combiner. Even if it is the Constructicons, even though I don't want that. I mean, we got that in the Encore line. It would fit into the Combiner Wars.
Like a year ago or something, right?
Yeah.
Year and a half ago? The 20B or whatever anime color one?
Yeah, the animated color one and all that. So I would like to see some type of combiner. It would be kind of cool. But they're probably just going to give us a, most likely an Optimus Prime, maybe an Ultra Magnus. Obviously tweaked for safety reasons also, but yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking because I just saw that they did like 2 3-packs there, and if they're going to do a 3-pack, like I've got these already, but they could do Red Alert, Sideswipe, and G2 Sideswipe, in a 3-pack, and have them there.
That would be cool.
And do the same thing with the Dotson brothers. You have all three, because they've done all three already, as far as the card collection and reissuing through Hasbro commemorative series and things like that. So doing 3-packs like that, I think, would be nice, especially with the Masterpiece. They came out with the Masterpiece Prowl for Hasbro, and the Takara ones are obviously out there as well. It'll probably gain a little bit more interest, and some people that didn't jump on them then, but then they kind of got into the Masterpiece stuff, and maybe they'll be like, well, I kind of want the originals, but man, they're real expensive.
Yeah.
Now they can buy just all three of them, bam, right there, and it's easy.
I could see that, or I could see maybe a mini bot set, Bumblebee with maybe a Cliff Jumper, Wind Charger, and then another set of maybe Power Glide Cosmos, Sea Spray, or something like that.
Like the Encore.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would like that, because I haven't even started collecting any of the mini bots. The only one I have is Wind Charger, and that one's from when I was a kid. So, because I found him in a box, but I haven't even started collecting the mini bots. They're just not that interesting to me. It's always find something I'd rather spend my money on. But what about like the cassettes?
Yeah.
And I started thinking about them, and I was like, well, what would be really cool? And you want to really make this thing a platinum edition series? Is everyone's already got Soundwave, but you come out with them anyway. But give us every cassette character in that. So you get your Beastbox Squawk Talk, you get Slugfest, and you get everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. And that way, in just one purchase, you can finally just be like, bam, I got everything. I don't have to track down these cassettes through this Encore 4-pack or this Encore 4-pack. I already got 2 of those and that, so it's just all right. Just be done with it. I got them all. And do the same thing with Blaster. Now that one's going to obviously cost a bit more, but I mean they did the Masterpiece with 5 cassettes. Masterpiece, it was 125. So
yeah, I could see them doing that. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, they did the San Diego Comic-Con Blaster, and then also Soundwave that came with quite a few cassettes. I could see them doing that. I guess it's about time that we got a reissued Soundwave.
I mean, yeah.
But most likely
every other year.
They'll probably end up doing like Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the other Seekers.
That's gonna be the easy one.
Yeah.
I would probably get those just so I can take my original G1s and put them up somewhere, so they don't get dust on them and stuff. So I'm trying to keep them as nice as possible. I put all the junker or the new crap out.
The platinums.
All the platinum
junkers. All the platinum junkers.
Oh, anyways, we'll move on to the next thing. What do you think Hasbro has in store for M.A.S.K and also Visionaries?
It would be really cool if, I would love a surprise to see Hasbro deciding we're going to start working on a live-action M.A.S.K movie, and then we're going to get a toy line into that movie. That would be pretty sweet. I doubt they'll do a cartoon.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Do they have the molds? They could do maybe some reissues just as a commemorative, type of thing. But I see them doing a live-action movie, M.A.S.K movie. As far as Visionaries, I don't know. Who knows with that?
I mean, other than a handful of people, or people like us, like people that didn't grow up when Visionaries was on air for the short time that it was. I mean, did they even go back and be like, you know what, I was never part of that or had the toys or anything, but man, I'd really like to see some Visionaries. They're probably like, what the heck are those?
Yeah.
Are those like supernaturals? No.
Yeah. Those are the hologram technology. Those are stupid now. I don't want that.
Yeah. So, I totally agree with you. I think that because whenever we saw that they wanted the trademark for video games, toys, and TV movie rights, and I think the way to go would be a movie. Just because you look at the success of the Transformer films, and if they're able to CGI it up and make these robots transform and they're all big and they're interacting with the humans, and instead you're the car and it's just doing just wings, or it's doing a little different stuff, but it's not fully transforming into a robot. Plus the human characters are going to have a lot more to do than like Michael Bay just trying to force this like awkward relationship in front of us, and like we're supposed to follow this storyline of, I don't know, there's a lot of weird stuff, especially in this last one. I still can't get over whenever it was like, she's underage, and it's like, dude, I've like made this freaking card in here that
the
says
Romeo and Juliet law says I can't if it's pre-established. It's Texas law, man. I thought you knew. I mean, you're in Texas.
Yes. Some of the crazy stuff that laws are out here, but I think that's the way that they should do it. And plus, the humans would be so much cooler as well. And you really don't need any mainstream actors or actresses either, because half the time they're gonna be having their mask on.
Yeah.
Be doing cool stuff. So I think a movie would be great. Now, as far as the toys to relate to that, I don't think that they should be G.I. Joe size, the 3 3/4 inch size. I think that that's too big, and the vehicles and the figures, they'd be too expensive.
Yeah.
You need to go back to what you did originally and make them that way. If you want to add a little bit more articulation or whatever, then whatever. I think you might have to, just to get kids to play with them. But it was all about the vehicle, with M.A.S.K.
Oh yeah, definitely. Most likely Michael Bay will be directing it though, the movie and all that type of stuff. Megan Fox will be in there as Gloria Baker.
Well, if Michael Bay is directing the movie, then Megan Fox is gonna find her way into that movie somehow.
Yep, she'll be Vanessa Warfield or Gloria Baker, one of the two.
If Michael Bay had to, he'd cast her as Matt Tracker.
There you go.
But anyways, yeah, same thing with Visionaries. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out, but I'm excited to see what 2016 has in store for us. I think that will be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Moving on to the second to the last thing, top 5 toy purchases of 2014. Now, the way we kind of did this is it had to come out in 2014. So, like, Jaim and I, we buy like G1s and stuff like that, and it came out in, let's say, 1987.
Yeah.
We bought it this year. That didn't come out in 2014, even though we bought it then. So stuff that actually came out in 2014 and we bought. And Jaim, you wanna? I didn't put them in any type of order, like best to last. I was just like, here's 5, and there were some that I wanted to add and tried to figure out what I wanted to do. But you want to name your first one?
Yeah.
And say why, and then I'll just kind of we'll go back and forth.
Sure. I don't have any order either. So first one I'm going to say is the Black Series Star Wars Darth Vader 6-inch. That came out just last couple of months, and it's a really sweet figure. 6-inch figure, removable helmet, cloth cape, very posable, fantastic, and it was $20. Really awesome.
All right, well, I guess go ahead and say it too. I also I had on my list Star Wars 6-inch Blackline Series Darth Vader. Pretty much the exact same things that you said. I mean, without having to go out and buy like a Hot Toys or Sideshow collectible or something like that and spending $200 plus on the figure. $20, this figure is fantastic looking. I mean, it's got a ton of articulation. You remove the helmet. The detail in the face is really good as well. It's the best Star Wars figure in the black line so far.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any QC issues with it either. So that's
always a plus.
You know, like some of them, like the speeder bike, you know, had QC issues, and some more than others. So you know that definitely wouldn't make it, even though I think it's kind of cool. But it's with its flaws too. Darth Vader I think is flawless. And I don't know about you, but I went all over the board here. I'm naming like all different types of brands because I like it all.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
All right, you can take the next one, man.
Next one will be the Masters of the Universe Classics Battle Ram. Just came out recently. Fantastic piece. We finally got another vehicle. You also got another Man-at-Arms figure, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice added bonus, but I really like that. And it's fairly large. I mean, this is for a 6-inch line, so I really like that.
How much was that? I guess we can say the prices in case that some people they want to like pick these things up because some of them are still available.
Oh God, I don't even remember how much that thing was.
I guess
$670, I think $60 to $70.
Man,
I think something around there.
It is expensive.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Oh, and if you want to put your list,
out, they're gone. Yeah.
If you want to put your list as well in the comments, man, go ahead and share it. Let us know, and maybe if we get them before the end of the show, we'll read some of them off. You don't have to put why or anything. Just put your list out there. Next thing that I'm gonna put in there is the NECA Ed 209. I've had that RoboCop from NECA for a while, and again, you can go with the Hot Toys Ed 209, and I've heard that thing has problems. As far as the I don't know, like the rubbery, cushiony stuff, like it's kind of cracking and things like that over time. The NECA one, perfectly fine. It's got electronics, adjustable feet. I mean, the paint looks really nice. Just overall, really nice looking figure. Yeah, you can see it on the shelf over there in front of Lino. It's big too, so I like it. And I think it was like $50. So.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Yeah, the Battle Ram is actually $110. I like it.
My God, man, it's getting more expensive.
When it comes to Matty, it's just you put it in your cart. You just, here you go, take my money, and then I hope to God it gets to me within a month or two.
And then that's about it. It's shipped, and you're like, all right, well, I'll look for that in a couple months.
Again,
I shipped it all over the United States.
Once it ships, I'm still, hopefully within a month or two, I'll get it. Even if it ships, it doesn't really mean anything. Let's see, the next one for me would be Masterpiece Wheeljack. And it just goes back to being a G1 collector, and that's one of the molds that we never got in a reissue form, and not counting the KO. But it's really cool to see that figure and to actually get it and to be officially licensed, Lancia Stratos and all that. And it's a fantastic figure, and it's not a a Lamborghini or a Datsun, so that was pretty cool too.
Can you see my page? Because it's like you're cheating off me. Because I also had Masterpiece Wheeljack. I know there's like several other ones that have been out there that I quite enjoy as well. I like the Bumblebee for the most part, but the Wheeljack, I never had a G1 Wheeljack as a kid. So this is actually my first Wheeljack, or G1 to Masterpiece. I've had Prime 1 and Generations and all that stuff, but I really like it. Engineering, everything. I really do like it, and then I added the Reprolabels upgrade sticker sheet to it, and I like it even more. So it's a nice mold. Like to get Slicer and Marlboro.
Exhaust.
Exhaust. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
We don't need to call him Marlboro. We don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want to get this.
I don't want Philip Morris. Philip Morris to their lawyer starts sending us, mail.
Yeah, definitely. The next one for me would kind of hard. I'm gonna go with the Legacy Dragon Zord. came out at the beginning of this year, and we got Titanus just recently, but it's die-cast. And I really like the fact that they went back through, and when they gave us the anniversary Megazord, they downgraded it for size a little bit. And so you couldn't use it with your original Dragon Zords, and we were all clamoring, when are we going to get a Dragon Zord? And we finally got it in the Legacy line, and it's got die-cast, it fits perfectly, it's got articulation, it just looks fantastic. And so, and that thing you can still get at Toys R Us. I think it's around like $80, something like that. So
I'm gonna go with Fans Project Sigma L, or basically their Mind Wipe. Mind Wipe was, my favorite character as far as, the Decepticon headmasters. Also, he's one that I had as a kid. I had him and Skull Cruncher. I never had Weird Wolf when I was a kid, but I thought he was so cool looking. He had the bat wings, and obviously a fan of Batman as well. So to finally get him articulated the way that I wanted, I think Fans Project did a really nice job, and there was some pretty cool things. Like the chest compartment opening up, and it's kind of like a casket where it's got a cross on there. I thought that was cool, nice little bonus, and just overall really cool figure.
yeah, definitely. Oh wow, what would be one for me now? I could go with the NECA Batman that I just got today. That thing's pretty sweet. Oh, I'm gonna go with Voyager class Generations Whirl, because I'm a big time. I like the Wreckers, but I really like Whirl, and that's a really sweet figure. Besides the Gerwalk mode, put that off to the side. I think it's really fantastic. You get a sticker sheet. It's just really reminiscent of the G1, and you can get that for $20 too, which is really nice.
I'm gonna go with my last one. It's, probably no secret here lately, but animated series Batman. That one did not break on me. So, the only problem I had was Catwoman. So, I know there's been some people that told me they've had problems with Batman. I haven't heard any problems about Mr. Freeze or, one, I think that Mr. Freeze's boots are misassembled. They're on the opposite ones, but he still stands fine. So, it's not that big of a deal. Two-Face is perfectly fine. It's just Catwoman. But I would even vote in their whole series here. I would have even said Mastermind Creations Feral Rex, but then I'm talking about 5 figures, or so I just was like, I keep it simple. But I love that Batman. Love animated series. I think that's my favorite cartoon ever. I like Bruce Timm design. I love the voice acting. I love the animation, Bruce Timm did. And these toys just kind of captured that, and also new adventures as well. So I'm picking those up as well. I love it. I'm gonna keep on with it, and my figures that break, I'm just keep on buying more of them. I'm serious. I'm still on the fence on whether I'm gonna open Catwoman or not. So.
I don't know. It's just sad that such a great series, great line is plagued with QC issues. I'm hoping DC will actually remedy that, or at least acknowledge it and be like, okay, yeah, we need to step it up.
Because they're all breaking in different places too. It's not like, it's all it's the left elbow with all of them that people were having problems with. No, my first one, it was the head joint broke in half. Then the other one was the right elbow broke, and for the Batman figure, the ankle broke, and I've heard all kinds of different stuff. So we've basically in my reviews, we've been just sharing horror stories, so back and forth. But I still love the line. I'm still supporting it. New pre-orders just went up. I added those, so I'm sticking with it. Last, or did we have comments of some top 5 people?
Let me see here.
And then we'll go into the last thing here.
Impossible Pie says, "What about Darth Maul?" Which, yeah, it's a good figure.
Yeah. A lot of the Star Wars 6-inch, blackline figures. You could say
Say Boba Fett too.
Chewbacca,
Yeah.
I think it is really nice and done correctly too. And he's also 7 inches in a 6-inch line. Also, the entire Black Line series, they did it right to where even though it's whatever 6 inches, they are in scale with each other. So here you have Luke Skywalker is like one of the shorter ones. Leia is like even shorter, but then Han's taller than Luke, and the stormtroopers are about the same. Well, I was gonna say is Han, but he's fallen over. But anyways, the only thing that I don't like about it is like R2, like he's $20 as well. If you had a Darth Vader or even you know he's even back here a Boba Fett, that one's a great one too. And you had that, and then here's R2. I mean, which one are you gonna get? I mean, you'd even get Stormtrooper over. Or some people might get R2, but yeah, you just don't get as much bang for buck, in my opinion. And then they're also coming out with Yoda as well. So the newest ones are going to be Yoda, which is just a small little dude. So like you're not getting much bang for buck. I mean, it's Yoda; he's a key character, so you obviously want him if you're collecting the line. But I feel like I'm getting sold short here. He should be like, I don't know, $15 or something. He just should be discounted a little.
Yeah, or come with some other accessory pieces that justify it.
R2 should have came with him and one of the other droids or something. Give me a 2-pack droids, or even R2 and Yoda. Came in a 2-pack. That you should have gave me something like that for $20. Let's see. Oh, and the other one's the TIE Fighter pilot that is coming out soon. So, all right. Oh, anything else?
Yeah, we let's see here. Possible Pie says I like the NECA Ed 209. He has that nice figure. Deck says Marvel Legends, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Impossible Pie also says Masterpiece Wheeljack, Batman New Adventures Catwoman, animated series NECA Eddie the Trooper Iron Maiden figure in the Lego Ghostbusters set. I forgot about the Ghostbusters set. Yeah.
Gotta throw the Catwoman in my face, huh?
BVZXA3 says, I love my Legacy Dragonzord and Megazord. Deck says, 1, Marvel Legends Amazing Spider-Man 2, Master Universe Classics Modulock. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, yeah. And
Winter Soldier Stealth Captain America, the Fans Project Bara. Square Enix Ground Zero's Snake. Dustmite says, Fans Toys Scoria. Perfect Effect Warden.
Dude, that one's a good one, too. All these are really good ones.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them I just didn't purchase, though.
Bad Cube Brawny, not official, just looking at the shelf really quick. He says G2 Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Section. That's pretty much it. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that came out in 2014. That's really good.
Yeah, Fans Toys Scoria. I mean, it's definitely up there. I was in between Fans Project Sigma L and that I was going to put there. So you could have inserted either one. Now we get into the last thing, and this is the one that people probably want to hear a little bit more. Again, I'm going to say that these are predictions. So if we do get, we might get one wrong here. But majority of these I feel really strongly about, and that's all I can say. But masterpiece characters that we think are going to be appearing in 2015. Now some of them are pretty easy to figure out, like was it the Diaclone Power Convoy or whatever, for Ultra Magnus. We're pretty sure we're going to get that, so that's kind of a given. But talking for the most part new molds.
Okay, new molds. I'd like to get the Diaclone Blue Streak. Be nice.
Oh yeah, man, that would be nice. It'll probably end up being some exclusive or something like that, like limited to 500 pieces, and
probably. That would suck.
It'll sell out 2 days before I get paid, just like even Prime did. So.
Yeah.
Do you want me to rattle off my list, or do you want to rattle off yours, or?
No, go for it.
All right. I've been saying this for, I don't know, probably about 6 months now, maybe even longer. But MP10 scale Megatron. Apparently, like more rumors are like popping up, or people are doing a little bit more speculating, thinking because on is it Bombshells? I haven't even opened this directions yet. But like there's like little, I don't know, tech spec looking of what appears to be kind of a masterpiece style Megatron, and you also see Optimus Prime in there, and you also see Bumblebee. So they're just kind of thinking that that's Megatron. We don't go off rumors. This is just our predictions. But like I said, I've been saying this for like over 6 months now that you're going to get an MP10 scale Megatron. So don't worry about it. The other one, Galvatron. Ice Storm. I mean, that's an easy one. He's the last Seeker. Just give it to us and get rid of MP11 mold. And don't do Seekers ever again, unless they're cone heads. So, because I'm cashed out on the Seeker mold. Ironhide and Ratchet. You can also do a few repaints onto that. Mirage and Trax. And you'll have Road Rage as well, and you also thinking about licensing, getting licensed with Trax. You have Chevrolet, Corvette, because I believe you have to get Chevrolet and you also have to get Corvette for that. Like some of the other stuff with like Chevy, I think you can just like if you wanted to make like Chevy Silverado or Suburban, that's Chevy makes them, right? You would just have to get Chevy, and you'd be covered there. But I believe Corvette, actually, you have to get, them as well. But they were able to do that for the Bayformer films, so there's probably a relationship built there to where it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
And you have repaint potential. Everyone would obviously buy it. So.
Well, your list sounds pretty much the same as mine.
I had one I wasn't sure about. It was Cliff Jumper, but
yeah, I had him on my list too.
I figured he always follows Bumblebee.
Yeah.
So.
But I was gonna think, possibly, maybe Blaster or Broadcast. I think might be a possibility. And I'm gonna throw out Jazz.
That would be a good one. I think everyone would like to see that one. Another one that I think would be Hound. As a possibility, but yeah, definitely. Let's say if there were, let's say 4, and we're not going to even count the Seeker. That I'd bet money on that you're going to see in 2014, like serious, like put money on. I would say the MP10 scale Megatron, Galvatron, the your Blaster, and Ironhide and Ratchet. Or those two are kind of the same,
Yeah.
Vans or whatever.
Not too bad.
They don't have to do a whole lot to improve them from their original G1s.
Just
God, man.
In arms.
That's all they do is they just give them heads. Well, here you go. We scaled them up and we give them heads. Knock yourselves out, guys.
Yeah, kidding. That would be sweet, though. It would be nice to actually have a G1 looking Ironhide that actually looks like his animated counterpart in robot mode. That'd be fantastic.
And that's why a lot of the things that I named, you see also a lot of third-party companies coming out with as well.
You say there's a connection?
You know what? I mean, we've kind of seen a trend here. We've actually predicted, what was it, like 4 or 5 masterpiece figures, and we're like whatever. If it was 4, then we're 4 for 4. If it was 5, then we're 5 for 5. So like I said, chances are we might get one wrong, but for the most part, those are probably going to be your masterpiece figures. At least that's what we think. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Again, predictions.
Yeah.
But Jaim, we have anything else? I mean, that's the end of the show.
No, I mean, Dust Mites here says one thing with Takara is they need to get quicker with releases. They take too long with the third. They take too long, and the third-party companies win because nobody wants to wait 2 to 5 years, which is true. But Takara has been pumping out. If you look at the masterpieces systematically throughout the years, they have been increasing in numbers. Most of them have been as a reissue or repaints, but Dust Mites also says we need more Decepticon MPs. Love to see a reflector and some MP-style Insecticons, which would be fantastic too. I would love that.
Oh yeah, there was no, I can't say that. Yeah, reflector is very possible. And I agree. The Decepticon shelf, needs some love.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Galvatron, coming out, or predicted would come out. You're not going to see Cyclonus and Scourge fall too far behind there. I think that would be a really nice little set there. If you could get all 3 of those in like 1 year, and that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
Set those guys up together. Then they can kick Rodimus's tail across the galaxy.
Oh yeah. I'd love to get a triple changer. Some triple changers would be nice. Just to see how it would work in the Masterpiece line, how intricate it would be.
Who do you think will be the first triple changer?
We're talking Takara. We're probably looking at Springer.
See, I mean, the obvious, thought is it'd be Springer, because also Autobot, they like their heroes and stuff like that, good guys. Yeah. But then there's also the fact that 2 third-party companies come out with an Astro Train announce it within 3 days of each other.
True.
And I'm just like, I don't believe in coincidences. So I'm just like, how does this happen? Either you saw that they were coming out with one, it might have been in the back of your head, and you're like, oh, we saw that they just put this. I mean, one of them had to be rushing design because one's already working through designs, and that's why they really don't. A lot of them don't even show stuff very early on. It's just like, bam, here's prototype. That's the way a lot of them do. And it's just for that reason that if these other third-party companies say, hey, we're going to do that too, and they all jump on the Predaking or the Dinobot bandwagon, then whoever did it first, they've kind of got a little bit of a lead on it. Especially if it's a combiner, they're like, all right, well, before they finish their designs and get a prototype out there, the customer or the consumer, they're already on our third figure. So they're somewhat invested now into ours. But if we would have all came out at the exact same time, then it would have been like, pick whichever one is best for me. Kind of the same thing with unique toys. Everyone saw it and they're like, oh yeah, they're Predaking, looks so awesome, and I was kind of like, it doesn't look bad. Then I saw Mastermind Creations, I was like, oh wow, that's what I want right there. So it's just kind of, and you're already you almost completed the unique toys Predaking for by the time you got your first figure from Mastermind Creations. That thing took, how long did it take? It took at least a year to put together.
Yeah.
On time. Anyways, we'll go ahead and end it there, guys. Got quite a few live viewers still. But if you guys want, we will be on the Aftercast here in about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you want to take a break and go check us out on there on Victory Saber 77's channel, I'm sure we're going to be talking about all this stuff. We're going to add some more people and get their thoughts on it. And Jaim, tell people where they can find that and what maybe they can expect. And do you have any ideas what you want to discuss? Yeah, expect as far as topics or anything you might be coming up with.
Oh, I got some topics to come up with. It's just going to be pure madness. You're just going to have to tune in to see. But it's going to be on my channel at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, so check that out. And you can find me on YouTube and Twitter also, VictorySaber77. We have some other shows too. The eBay show every other Thursday on G1 External's channel at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's it.
Yeah, and you can find me, G1 Extron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and I think that's about it. And Facebook page is the G1 Hextron. Everything we showed you today is from that Facebook page, so go ahead and go over there and like that if you want to see more, see whenever I do post those things, or whenever I post. If I find something on sale, I'll post it up there as well. Definitely want to come up to the Aftercast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if we don't talk to you until next time, have a happy holiday or Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you do. Then hope you have a safe and I always say Merry Christmas, but happy holiday. And next week, Bold Forms, third-party company Bold Forms will be on next week. So thanks a lot for watching. Peace out.
See ya.